Hello there. Welcome to this video, building an app in the Thingworx platform. In this video, we're going to be seeing how to build a dashboard on the Thingworx platform. This is what we also will refer to as an application or an app. Then we're also going to bind the sensor values which you're sending from your ESP8266 Edge device to the dashboard and make it work. All right, let's take a look at it now. Now let's keep in mind that we are going to be dealing with the ENV strobe, and the ENV strobe has three properties, so we want to display these three properties. All right, okay, perfect. Now go back to your home page, so zoom out, and this is your home page, and we're going to be building a new mashup. So locate your mashup. This is right about here in the visualizations. Go ahead and click on it. For this session, we're going to be actually creating a new mashup. So go ahead and say new. We're going to be saying page and responsive. Say done. Now this is your landing page, and there are a lot of things here. I'm going to take you through it. So one on the left hand space is where you're going to be finding your hierarchy of objects. As we keep building, you will see the hierarchy building here. So this is how you can pinpoint to a specific component or a widget, and you can change its properties, values, and you can alter it. So here you see all the mashups available. Widgets are all the controls available, and you can see all the widgets which you can use. For example, auto refresh, block, button, checkbox, maps, all of them. So you have a lot of them here. Take a look at it when you get a chance. All right, so that's all about on the left top corner. On the bottom corner, these are the properties of all the widgets you might be working on. So if you want to control a specific styling, or you want to give it a name or change the text, all of that is going to be done from here. On the center space, this is your work area. So you're going to be placing your objects here, your dials, your widgets, and your text boxes. All of that is going to happen here. On the right hand side, this is the area where you're going to be working with the data. So this is the data tab. So here you're going to be having the data properties from your thing, and this will be bound here first. Then from here you can bind it to your specific components. Then we have something called the session. So this is all the information regarding the session which you can use in your components and in your dashboard. Then we have the user, and this is all the information about the user. All right, perfect. I'm going to show you how to use a panel and then keep a set of components inside the panel and then copy paste the panel. All right, first thing is we want a panel. So go to your widgets and keep the category as all and simply type panel. So there you go, this is the panel. All right, now once you have your panel on the work area, you need to be pointing to this arrow mark to move the panel around and locate it wherever you like. I'm going to make this a tad bigger. All right, there you go, and looks good. All right, perfect. Now we need a gauge as a control for a dashboard. So I'm going to say gauge, and there you go, your gauge is coming out. So go ahead and place it inside your panel. It doesn't work sometimes, so make sure that you click. So similarly, even the gauge can be moved. So you just have to point it and move it. There you go. We're going to make the panel slightly bigger, and I'm going to bring the text inside the panel. So now we're going to say label. So you want to label. So there you go. You're going to bring out your label tooltip, and you're going to place it here. That's it. Perfect. Now we need to copy this entire thing and paste it. So we're going to go ahead and select everything, say copy, and make sure that you are in the workspace and you select your panel. So you're going to be on the panel 1 because you're going to be containing all the panels in the main panel, which is the panel 1. Go ahead and say paste. There you go. So you're going to move it again right about here, and then paste again. There you go, and you're gonna move it out. I'm gonna select this again. So let's go here and locate it here. Looks like it's slightly bigger, so of course you're gonna have to move them a little bit. Looks good now. Perfect. Now what we're gonna do is now you have to bind the values to these gauges, and of course you need to name the labels. Okay, So I'm going to bind the temperature to the first gauge. So click on the gauge, go to data, and you see that you don't have any properties, anything to do with the data here. For that, you first have to get the properties from the thing. So to do that, you go ahead and click on the plus sign here, and this is the window. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a service by Thingworx to get the property values from the thing to the component. So first we're going to say all, and then you're going to search for the things. So search for ENV or whatever your name of the thing is, and select the ENV strobe. Now you're going to use a service built by Thingworx for you so that you can use it. So the name of the service to get the properties is get the properties. So go ahead and type it, get properties. There you go. So this is the service which we're going to be using. And make sure that this is checked box, the mashup loaded. So every time you load the mashup, the service will work. All right, very good. Now when you expand the hierarchy, you see that all the information is here. The first thing is temperature. So go ahead and drag. So you're going to click on the temperature and then just go all the way to the gauge. There you go. Now when you leave it, it's going to give you all these options. So you're going to be choosing data. Now in the bottom area here, this is the graph area, if you want to call it that. In this, it shows you a graphical interpretation of what's happening. So this is basically saying that this specific gauge data is bound to temperature from the thing ENV strobe using the get properties service. Perfect. Now similarly, the second one is going to be bound to humidity. There you go. Go ahead and say data. And the third one is going to be bound to light. There you go. Say data. Looks good. Now let's go ahead and say the tooltip. The first one is going to be text. So locate where the label says or where it says text, and you're going to write it here. So this is the temperature. So you're going to go ahead and say temperature or whatever you want to say. And this one is humidity. And this one is light. All right, so much for now. Let's go ahead and save it. That's very important, and give it a name. So for me, I'm going to say mashup 5, and I'm going to save it. So if we don't save it, all of this is lost. Okay, let's go ahead and say see mashup or preview, and you're going to see how the dials look like. So you see that the dials are looking good, and it's showing the temperature value, and you see that it's showing currently it's 45, and the humidity is about 75. The light is about 100. It's maxed out at 100. Actually, our light, the range of the values is from 0 to 1024. So you need to be able to show all the values here. Okay, let's go ahead and make some small changes. Say edit here. This gauge, the light gauge, the properties have to be changed. So there is a way to do that. So you have the minimum value and the maximum value. So minimum value for us is 0 when the light is pitch dark, and maximum is 1024. So I'm going to say 1024. Now you know how to create a mashup, how to work with the widgets, workspace, how to work with the data, how to bind it to your widget. You know how to work with the properties of each specific widget. So that's a good starting point for you to build applications. Great job. In the next video, I'll quickly recap from end to end what we did in this section.